heroes can vary. Sometimes they're a rival. Hey, most common rider shows.
Got that right.
In Hurricane they started out as rivals as well.
Gosei Knight.
Gosei Knight starts out as a rival in Goseiger.
Gal Silver was a bit of a loner.
Yeah. Enemies. Hey, Dragon Ranger. They sometimes start out as enemies. Mentor. Maji Ranger, Maji Shine, their teacher.
Silver count. Silver.
Perhaps to a degree.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, okay.
And on Power Rangers Jungle Fury, RJ the Wolf Ranger, he was a mentor. But
and they may start out as allies.
Yep, dear friend.
Going back from mentor, would Doggy Kruger from Dr. Ranger count towards that? Since he shows up as...
Yeah, I think he sounds as a mentor, yes.
Yeah. And recent rival would be Star Ninja. He was kind of a rival with the other Rangers, and now he's officially part of the team. Or Ninja.
Okay, let's talk about the giant and the not-so-giant robots. These guys are more than just machines.
Nick Usuda and Kurosaki were very right fitted.
The early ones, the Guardian Beast and Zyuranger. These guys are not just mecha. They're actually sentient. So much so that when Dragon Caesar loses Dragon Ranger, he is so upset. Power Ranger.
The Wild Swords.
Yep.
Power Animals.
Okay, this is a special
Drag Runner.
Drag Runner, because unlike the Sentai, from what I understand of Ryuki, having these guys is like riding a tiger. It's like, yeah, they are not going to serve you out of goodwill
Until you feed them.
Yeah, it's pretty much, you need to keep them fed, or else.
They'll eat you.
Or if you have a pet zombie. Keybat!
Because why not? Yeah, I was sort of on the fence about including the little helper robots because somebody said, well, I don't know if they really count, but I was like, we can include Keybot. We can include Keybot.
Can we include Donkey? The sword.
Let's not do fun.
Okay.
There's also
The engines from Goanger,
Yep.
they are sentient. Not only that, apparently they can reproduce.
Oh yeah, Mark Alkin.
I don't know how it works.
I don't think about it too hard.
Pretty much. I'm like, we don't know how it works, but apparently,
Speedor
and Bear RB had a kid in Gokaiger.
Yeah.
And it's like, Sosuke's expression for what?
Yeah. And the kid was like almost entirely like his dad, but he had big tires like his mom. But it had his dad's love for speed.
Oh yeah.
And his dad's ability to fly.
Has a personality.
Definitely.
That they actually have.
I like the idea of sentient Zords because the bonds a lot call for great storylines.
And Gosei Knight. Gosei Knight. This guy was a header. And going back to the When Friends Go Bad, you know whose header he was?
Rajira.
Yep.
The main villain.
Yep. And that was another thing when they turn into bad guys. Because Rajira What?
Yeah, he was one of them, but
He was one of them.
and he
once.
sacrificed his own teammates.
Yet again, no, no, and no.
Just the way to prove you're a bad guy. Sacrifice your teammates, your family, whatever. We know you're a bad person.
Ryu Ranger's dad did the same thing, but he did sacrifice himself for his son. In the end, his teammates forgave him. Led to the Megazord formation for the first time.
Hello,
The Buddy Roy.
Buddy Roy, yes, these guys are great.
Oh yeah.
And they are just as important to the team as the Human Rangers.
And the bonds were very important in the Go Kaiger, Go Busters team-up movie.
Oh, yes. Well, this guy here, he's the only reason we get, we get Jim.
Jay.
Yeah.
Is Jay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, though Jin abuses him, that's his best friend.
that
so
is
cozy.
Jim's best friend. They are best friends. They are best friends. And you see it because Jay is willing, because there's that little piece, Jin.
Inside.
Enter. Jay is willing to even put himself in between the good guys and Enter, because we might be able to save that little piece of Jin that's inside Enter.
And also worth mentioning is that they are the hot parts of the giant robots of the series. So that not only they are creatures in their own right, they are also giant robots.
They also have their own personalities too.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Actually, interesting note, the voice of Usada actually reunited with the actress who played Yellow Buster in a recent Ultraman movie.
Oh,
Yeah, they were the villains.
Oh.
He was the kaiju.
he was the...
Usada was the kaiju. Was the kaiju of the movie. He captured all the main Heisei Ultras. It took Ginga and Victor refusing to kick his ass. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I will.
Okay, so we have a little bit of time for question and answer if anybody would like. Or anybody would like to make some observations. All right, in the back in the purple shirt.
Okay.
Yes.
So you would say that Jay also passes for the humanity test?
I think so. Even though he's a Buddy Roy, yeah.
I was thinking that you see some of these same dynamics in less well-known Tokusatsu, like the Zero movies. When the first movie starts, these two electricians are just regular guys. They don't know what's going on, and they are the biggest pains in Aria's butt. But as the first movie progresses, they get in each other's way some, but they also help save Aria. And then when Aria is almost trapped in a collapsing phantom zone, whatever it is, she comes out in the last second and saves them. And that's how Aaron was finally beaten, because she was able to do that.
Yes.
Well, I just wanted to make the observation that the whole thing about rivals becoming friends and was present, like even very early in the Tokusatsu genre, with the one that comes to mind for me would be Kamen Rider V3 and Rider Man.
That is true.
A straight up
That is true,
enemy.
yes.
Yeah,
But then, they unite against Gel Shock.
that's true. Oh, and friendships turned bad was Sheriff Gavin Type G movie. His best friend turned out to be the bad guy because of an accident. And he ultimately they did renew their friendship in the end, but the friend died while Gavin got away.
And I'll throw in another observation is that in these series, the relationships are dynamic. They do change over time. You see people go from friend to enemy, and sometimes even back to friend again. So these relationships do change over time, and make the series more interesting.
In the Go Buster and Go Kaiser team up, when their Megazords transformed,
Jin.
Jin and Jay Megazord turn into Meshi King.
Yeah.
This looks familiar.
This looks familiar, because he was the actor to play Meshi Yellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the one that pointed that to me.
Yep. And actually, those two Rangers debuted on my birthday that year, actually.
Oh.
Hell of a way to end my birthday, watching Go Busters after I went to a concert.
Yeah, and if you have a favorite actor, sometimes if you're watching the Japanese series, they often come back for other series, or come back in related, just in the genre.
It's like
Yeah.
TV tropes, only so many equity players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Toei and Ayumi Kinoshita love working together.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like with
Yeah.
like with Ultraman, the guy who originally played the original Ultraman appeared in Ultraman Max as a regular character, and the only female member of the Science Patrol was also one of the head scientists on Team Dash for Max.
Well, I assume people have seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Toei sitting around and calling up the old actors, you know, hi, how are you? Yes, we're doing the anniversary series, and
Yes,
would
the
you
same
like to
part.
come back? Yes, the same part. Oh, you can? Great. Okay, go with the episode. We got them.
Okay. And don't forget with Ninja, Hurricane Red and Ninja Red reappeared.
Okay. Oh, another question.
I was making a comment. I admit I tuned out. When it came to hearing about anniversary shows, if I'm not mistaken, didn't a lot of the old actors suddenly just volunteer to show up, especially for the Gokaiger? They originally were only
199
doing, like, 4
Heroes?
seasons.
199 heroes?
I don't know.
Does anyone else know?
I heard like they had lots